Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Fighting Mongeese here on the Wally Weasel channel. And it is time. It is time. It is time. It is time to set up the playoffs for the Stanley Cup. The season is over, or at least the exhibition games are over. Every team has been played against the Fighting Mongeese. You know, the Mongeese have won some, they've lost some, and here we are. We're set for the playoffs. So, how will the playoffs work? Obviously, they will work as normal playoffs do. Best of 7 series, 16 teams, the top 16, or at least the top 15 teams, top 15 scoring teams, including the Fighting Mongeese. So that is 16 all together. Period length will stay at 10 minutes. We'll continue overtimes because shootouts that's a personal victory. It's not a team victory, and we are playing this as teams. Difficulty as Superstar because it's the highest difficulty, and I'm not playing it, so it should make things more interesting. And game style is custom. That means that penalties only get called on certain things, and there's no icing call for some such. So, how will the things work? We will continue hosting the playoff games for the Fighting Mongeese, just for the Fighting Mongeese, until they are eliminated or they win. If they're eliminated, then that's pretty much the end of it. There'll be no reason to continue. We'll just showcase how the rest of the tournament went and celebrate the victor. If the Fighting Mongeese win, well, good job for the Fighting Mongeese. They're taking the Stanley Cup back home to Regina. So, yeah. Schedule will remain the same. 1 game per week, even though it is best of 7. It's just easier for me. To record for like 3 or 2 or however many games a week. That's a bit too much, with my streaming and what's up wrestling and all that stuff. So, yeah. At the end of each game, I'm going to do my absolute best to show off how the rest of the tournament is going, so that you know how things are handling and such in other games and whatnot. There will be no Eastern or Western conferences. Again, like all games, all the 15 top teams were taken from the ratio percentage of goals to shots taken. So, yeah, the top 15 teams in that are the ones that are chosen. So I don't know how many Western or Eastern Conference teams there are. I didn't really do that because I didn't really think it was too much of a deal. So yeah, no Western, Eastern conferences. It's just straight up a tournament. All right. So with all that out of the way, let's continue on to the teams. Who are the teams? Well, I can see that most of these guys are not some of the teams. So, we will start at the top. And we have ourselves... Okay, where are they? New Jersey. New Jersey Devils are the first team here. Second team. If you want to see their averages, then check out the link in the description down below, where we showcase all the games, links to the games, their scores, their hits, their shots on goal, and their averages. So, and eventually how I did it was I took the 16 teams total and put them through a list randomizer. So these are not like, my own personal favorites or what have you. They're just, random. Okay, next up, we have... Okay, now where are they? Oh, because, they're already down here. Unfortunately, I can't clear them out. So we'll just put Anaheim here for now. Just to make things easier, we'll just do it one at a time. So that allows us to put Tampa Bay up here. And Tampa Bay will be taking on... well, Carolina. So we'll put down Arizona for now. Actually, I really should just do the NHL teams. right, so Carolina. So we have our first two brackets: New Jersey Devils to take on Philadelphia Flyers, and then Tampa Bay to take on Carolina. Next up, we have San Jose. And San Jose will be going one-on-one with here. Yes, they are. Detroit. Welcome back, Detroit. All right. Following up Detroit, we have good old Winterpeg. That will be going against St. Louis. The last team that the first team that actually beat the Mongeese, or really the only team that beat Mongeese in a overtime. So, some odds-on favorites there. So this is the, well, I guess you could say the left-hand bracket. This is going to be the western and the eastern. This is left-hand. And on the eastern side, or the right-hand side, all the way down to Vancouver. Vancouver, the number 2 team. Nice. We'll be going up on... There they are. The Rangers. Just Central. And Rangers down here. Yes. Vancouver and Rangers. Ooh, that'll be a far travel for those two teams. But that's how it works. All right. Next up. Colorado. One of the earlier teams in the games. I think they were one of the 20-minute period teams. Which eventually brought rise to the whole average. So, yeah. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing 10 minutes, because it's easier and it's just shorter to watch. So, they will be taking on... wait. Yes, okay. I just misread. And they are going up against Seattle. Right up there with Keel. All right, now for the Final Four. Obviously, the Mongeese are going to be one of these ones. Should have started off. Whatever. New York Islanders. And finally, but Buffalo. Last team to have played off against the Fighting Mongeese and the number 1 team. Can you believe that? Buffalo, who just basically tore through the Mongeese. And speaking of the Mongeese, there is... Got some teams. Fighting Mongeese! That's what we'll be focusing on. And Fighting Mongeese will be taking on Calgary. Calgary just squeaked in there. And yes, the first team that the Fighting Mongeese ever played, the first ever overtime for the Fighting Mongeese. And they will be reunited here in the playoffs. So let's just look over the settings in case there's something on accessibility that's not going to look. I'll really show this off, of course. That's the biggest thing. Entire jerseys on. Okay, that's pretty much it for there. Gameplay sliders. The only thing I ever changed out, I believe. We'll get to it soon. Here, passing. I think, even though it says like it's been customized, I never really touched any of these. The only one I touched was this one, goalie passing. Mainly because they just kept holding on, and yeah, in the earlier games, They would hold on like damn near every time the puck was shot to them, and it would result in a face-off, which just kind of dragged the games on a little bit. So I set those up to 100. That's why goalies have been passing a lot more and keeping the flow of the game going better. That's the only thing I've ever touched. Everything else is as the game design. I'm pretty sure. Checking. So a little behind the scenes look at the Fight Mongeese games. Penalties. Yeah, I guess I just turned. Yeah, I just turned the penalties off for the most part. We still got charging, which is still a high. The only penalty that's been called, but whatever. AI again, custom, which doesn't really matter to me because both teams are AI. So yeah. So there we go. There's all that. We just start the playoffs. I mean, we're not going to start, but this is just a video to show it off. Okay, so save file. New save file. That's really nice. Yeah, so it still says Western and Eastern, which I mean doesn't make any sense. I mean, Vancouver is definitely not Eastern. Neither is Colorado Eastern? No, it would be Eastern. It would be Western. Same with Calgary and Seattle. So yeah, so it's just left-hand side and right-hand side of the determinant brackets. So we're going to play the game. See how this is going to look. And I'm assuming that we're going to see numbers underneath here as we progress. As a matter of fact, since next game. All right, so New Jersey is ahead, 1-0. So indeed, we see New Jersey and Philadelphia 1-0 in favor of Jersey. So let's continue simming the games until we get to. Okay, we'll just keep doing it until we see Mongeese, and then we'll take a look. Okay, and it's in the next game. And this is pretty much what I will be doing off camera. And here we go. Calgary and Regina fight Mongeese. So let's take a look at the standings. So we have New Jersey ahead by 1, Tampa Bay ahead by 1, Detroit ahead by 1, St. Louis ahead by 1, New York ahead by 1, Colorado ahead by 1, New York Islanders ahead by 1, and Regina and Calgary. So basically, Canadian teams are just getting their asses kicked. That's not very good. We look at the stats. All right. So, okay. So I'm assuming GA would be goals. I don't know. But you want to see it. There you go. It really ultimately matters. Team leader points. Okay, just scroll on through. See someone you like, you just pause the game or pause the video and check out the full stat. Well, once we get to like all zeros, then we'll just stop. I think everybody at least gets a goal. It looks like everybody gets a goal. Trophy. Everybody gets something. Okay, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is. Let's just save the file again. File. So yes, that is it. I will start off the tournament, or at least the Fight Mongeese side, and it will come up in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks. I'm taking next week off as a kind of rest period. I mean, I'm recording this start in December because I just finished recording the final game. But I just want time off, time where I'm not really worrying about anything. So the first game for the Fighting Mongeese will come to you on the 15th of January, and it will be played against Calgary. So tune in for that, and until then, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all on the next Fighting Mongeese. Fight on, Mongeese. Fight on.